So, today's horror story goes from no leadership, 52, 86, and it is about, come on, do some gay stuff. Suddenly.
Yeah, I can already see that this one is going to be hard to make images for on ChatGPT
We can
because
always
you always get the warnings that they won't do it.
This is
Yeah.
okay. This is okay. This is something I could live without.
Yeah, we don't need to see these images. All right, let's see where this is going. Typical horror story seems to be one about old creeps harassing young girls. So I guess this is the reverse.
This is like a meme in Soviet Russia, young girls harass old creeps.
Or it's like OnlyFans or something. I don't.
Okay, I don't...
We went off the track already. We're off the rails.
You have my attention.
So I, a male 40-year-old, have a friend, male 50-ish, who is an actor. He is charismatic, handsome, and obviously flaming gay. Are all actors gay? I don't think they all are.
No, certainly not.
We both run games, but I do it as a hobby and he does it semi-professionally. Basically, when the theater circuit is a little slow, he makes extra bucks through paid games. They're in high demand due to his skill in props and acting. So he charges something like $100 a pop. Yeah, that's good money if you can get it.
Per session.
He usually runs. It sounds like.
He plays D&D and gets $100 for that. Or he is GM.
I think he gets $100. No, I'm guessing he runs the game and he gets paid to be the DM, but he gets $100 per person per session.
Per person?
Yeah.
$100 per session per person?
I post my games for X number of dollars per session and each player signs up and pays that. So
yeah, I know, but still,
so
$100 per person.
That's a lot, but
That's
I guess
a good
they
game.
feel like they're getting what they pay for, right?
Guess so. Is he Brad Pitt, though?
Are you saying Brad Pitt's gay? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Oh,
I'm saying that Brad...
Sorry, Brad Pitt. I know you probably watched this stream, but he didn't know what he was saying.
Yeah, and I guess that Brad Pitt would charge a little bit more than $100 though.
So he usually runs short 3 to 5 session campaigns since there's always a new theater gig looming ahead. His players are often Nepo babies from the nearby college who can afford to fork about $500 for a short campaign. Yeah.
They don't care about that. They are from Beverly Hills.
Nepo babies. I love that term. It's so derogatory and
I have no idea what it means.
Nepotism babies. They get everything because their parents earned it or their grandparents earned it. Like they were born on third base, if you follow baseball analogies.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Golden Youth.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, we call them Major.
Okay, I like it. So sometimes the friend asks me to partake in his games as sort of a supporting character. I might play an NPC or that dude who goes to peek into alien eggs and gets face hugged, like in Alien movie, right? The sacrificial guy. Basically, a player character, but with instructions to act recklessly or the like, so that I can get killed and set the mood for the rest. If the schedules match, I do this because his games are fun and he always buys me a fancy dinner as a reward. I guess this is where I have to tell you that I'm straight and our relationship is purely platonic. I didn't need to know that, but okay. Thanks for sharing.
I guess that most relationships between people are platonic.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter gay or straight.
I know like thousands of people and my only non-platonic relationship is with my wife.
This is common.
So he has actually been a great wingman for me. Yeah, that kind of gay best friend vibe, right? Help you get girls. You help him get guys, I guess. I don't know. All this background is unfortunately relevant to the story. Okay. A few months ago, my friend had another gap between his actual job, so he put up a short fantasy campaign. The group had 5 paid players, 2 of his regulars who brought 3 of their friends. All players were college girls. Wow, all girl party.
Did you know that our audience is I guess like there are 5 to 6% ladies, and the 95 are guys.
Yeah, on my personal YouTube channel, I get to about 9% female. So I'm rocking it. It's because I'm so handsome and young. That's why.
Probably you're very, very magnetic.
Or they just try like the old creepy guys. We're back to that again.
But still, I'd wonder how it goes, the all girls party.
So all the players were college girls. I'll only concentrate on one of them. I'll simply call her the problem.
Don't tell me she began to hit on a 50 years old gay DM.
Yes, she's trying to convert him. Maybe. It could be. I was in the campaign with the intention of playing for 2 sessions as a side character who then gets corrupted and becomes evil. The problem seemed like, well, a problem from the first go. It seemed like the rest of the girls were her court and she was the queen playing favorites for her own amusement. So we've got main character syndrome again.
She takes the spotlight all the time and talks over other players, stuff like that.
Yeah, they're basically her ladies in waiting and she's the star of the show.
Pleasant player.
So I'm old enough to recognize a toxic dynamic at a glance, and this was much of it. I don't know what that means. And this was a toxic dynamic. I don't know much about anime, but she was trying to pull some sort of anime cliches into the game from the beginning, including dictating to the other players what type of characters they should make. This included forcing 2 of the girls to make male characters when they didn't really want to.
What?
You don't like that either. You don't like playing female characters, right?
Yeah, I don't like playing female characters, and I definitely don't like other players to tell me which player I should. What the hell
that's a
is
little
going
aggressive.
On? Who does she think she is?
Apparently the anime queen of this D&D game. Well, to put it bluntly, immediately when the game started, the problem started forcing gay romance and sex into the game in sort of a voyeuristic way. Like having men flirt and have sex in front of her was some sort of fetish, and it was the only reason she had come to the game. That's really weird. Like, that's not D&D to me.
I think that there should be games, TTRPGs like that, I guess.
I'm not saying you can't have romance in your D&D game, but to force it and make it like the whole show is weird.
I don't understand that. How did they let her do it? Forcing players. How other girls, they just obeyed?
It seems like they just all went along with it. It didn't stop there. I played a male character and she started pushing my character to have sex with every male NPC my friend ran. It wasn't blunt like Hugh, bang each other. I don't know what that means. But more like a smooth, manipulative thing, like pushing my character to share a room with a male NPC while commenting how both look. Then making some offhanded comments about tops and bottoms and twinks. It was not a singular terrible moment, but a consistent onslaught of low-level sexual harassment.
This is just awful.
This is weird. This isn't in even a D&D game. What are they playing? Like role-playing some kind of pimp or whorehouse or something? I don't know what's going on. Are they even playing D&D?
That's the thing, that if you lock in one room a straight guy and the gay guy, they inevitably would have sex. Even if they both are gays, it is not inevitable.
Maybe she thinks being gay is like a disease you can catch.
Yeah, well,
and why is she so invested in all these male-male relationships?
He said that it was sort of a fetish, I guess.
It must be. I don't know. It's weird to me, but I just don't understand why this is the main focus of their D&D game and why everybody's going along with it. When she got the male characters of her friends to sleep in the same tent, her eyes started shining. She egged them on to describe what they were doing, and my friend had to bring an enemy attack to stop that. I think making the whole table uncomfortable only increased her excitement. So she was really getting into jerking the rest of the players around.
Yeah, maybe she did it just for fun, not because she didn't she did really want to watch it. Maybe she just wanted to troll them.
She was trolling them for sure. I think you're right. I think she wanted to like make them as uncomfortable as possible, and she gets off on that. So the writer says, I didn't want to waste my time with this, so I didn't join the second session. He didn't even come back. You're likely expecting a catharsis where the problem gets thrown out and banned and shunned and faces the consequences of her action. My friend ran the campaign to its conclusion despite the harassment because it was like $2,500 that he just couldn't give up. I don't blame him for that. I would run it. They're paying for this game. Definitely. Let them have the game they want, but this isn't D&D. This is some kind of, fetishes and freak shows or something.
Why did the other girls went along with this? I don't know.
Because their boss told them to, I guess.
Each of them paid $500 to see how she fantasizes about gays doing each other.
I don't know who's enjoying this game except her. So he kind of clarifies, well, technically he was paid per session, but he didn't want to miss the full payment since he was out of season for theater work. So the second reason was that the problem is from a local family who are notoriously litigious, meaning he was afraid they were going to sue him if he didn't run her demented D&D game. I don't know.
How would it look in court? I wonder.
I'd kind of pay to be there to see it. I low-key want to see this lawsuit. They have some monetary connections to the theatric world too. Oh no, he's going to get blackballed from the theater because this weird player. My friend was simply afraid that if he dealt with the problem in a fair and constructed way, she'd sue him or actively work to sabotage this side gig of his. And worst case, she could make his actual career harder. I don't think that this was the right decision, but I understand the logic. The world isn't fair, and some of these Nepo babies are just nasty. It's true. The real punchline...
Very, very many of them are nasty. A lot.
They just don't think much of the people who aren't in their circle. The real punchline of this story is the problem left a review giving my friend 4 stars, citing the game was otherwise awesome, but the GM didn't cater to the player's needs. My friend is a little depressed. That's just rude. Like, you turned his D&D game into some kind of weird fetish party and then give him a less than stellar review. That's ridiculous.
This is why you don't deal with the harder customers, and it is always easier to just say them bye-bye, even if they offer you money.
I agree. My friend is a little depressed about this whole mess. He won't run games for the problem again. I don't blame him. But he's afraid she will throw a hissy fit when that becomes apparent. Like when he advertises the next game and he won't pick her or a group involving her as clients. I hope that doesn't happen and he can use scheduling as a reason to turn her down in the future. I guess a true horror story has an unhappy ending. That's true. This is a horror story, and the problem is a monster.
BBEG.
She's a terrifying monster.
She does sound like this little prince from Games of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
Spoiled brat.
Yeah, what was his name? I can't remember his name now. It's been so long since I watched it. You're talking about the one that got killed? They got poisoned?
The blonde
Joffrey?
One. Joffrey? Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's him. Joffrey Baratheon or whatever. Yeah. Maybe he should invite her to another game and poison her. No, I'm kidding. Of course, you shouldn't kill any of your players. Only their characters.
This is...
Vegetable Cod 5434 says, here's a mildly related funny story to even out the horror. You want to hear it? It's not long.
Okay.
I'm in character negotiations for an online homebrew campaign, and my newest young player wanted to be a mask-presented non-binary. Okay, that's a lot to play based off a character he'd read about. Okay, cool. My table is very much a takes all kinds environment, so explain it in your backstory and off we go. Except during the setup, it became apparent that our definitions of non-binary differed. Me going the traditional route does not identify as a binary gender, male or female, and my player was aiming more for a definition of a dude who gets to have sex with anybody despite gender or species. Isn't that just bisexual? Maybe, after some back and forth, he has created a bisexual bard and seems to be really looking forward to the game. Edited to clarify. My players decide their gender orientation and specifics, and I run with it. His character sheet says bisexual bard, but if he wants a crack at my non-binary beholder, he's welcome to roll for it. I don't understand any of that.
And how is it? Is it nonsense related to this story? I don't understand.
Okay,
he just wanted to speak out, to say it out loud.
He just wanted to talk about a bisexual bard. I don't understand. How is a beholder non-binary exactly?
I don't understand the beholder.
I don't know.